Hey guys, and welcome back to BeardYGO. So we have received the new Forbidden and Limited list, which will be taking effect on the 3rd of October. So I didn't just want to pop up a video and be like, oh, the ban list is here and everything. Instead, I saw the ban list. It it was pretty surprising, couple of things, and so I decided, well, let's mull this over a little bit and let's see, what's the positives, the negatives, and then also we're going to be having a look at a little bit of the market shifts in terms of the aftermath of the ban list. So having a look at the ban list over here, we've got Fairy Tale Snow banned. I said so. It's a problem card, and Konami has addressed it. Ronin Totem was a massive surprise. Definitely, it definitely is a direct hit to Sprite, but it's just gonna be a little bit harder for them to make Toad. It's not really the end of the world. Does also maybe make Sprite a little bit more susceptible to being hit by Nibiru. Otherwise, they're not going to be ending on a, the type of board that they would really want to end on. So weaker boards in general, but they are getting new support out of Darkwing Blast, so that helps a lot. Hulk and Chaos Ruler, both basically direct hits to, all the synchro shenanigans, whether you're playing the Punk engine or the Punk deck itself, Punk engine in like Terror Elements, for example. You can't now utilize these to easily mill your deck, get all those things off. I mean, Therions are basically out of the question now due to the hit of the Chaos Ruler. And then the biggest surprise to me, I think, Red Reboot. I think this was actually an unnecessary ban. Basically, it was at 1 already. Yeah, sure, it's sacky if you draw it and you drop it on your opponent and, they proceed to scoop phase. But it is at 1. So for it to be at 0 right now, you've basically got almost no real way of, counteracting those back row heavy decks. So yeah, we'll see how this format goes in terms of, the shift in playstyles. I think that we can expect quite a bit more of the control decks starting to creep up. Then another, with regards to limited, we've got Steam the Cloak, we've got Cyberjar, O-Lion. So O-Lion, Steam the Cloak, they came back because of Hulk. I don't really see them doing anything outside of their archetypes, to be honest. Cyberjaw, really cool that I could say that this should come off, and it has. So yeah, really nice. Cyberjaw is definitely a funny thing. Like I said, I don't think it'll see play, but it is pretty cool. Substitute, I can actually see play. Has not come back with any rata or anything like that, so it's literally just as long as you've got monsters on your field and you got frog monsters in your deck, you can just spam. So that's another very interesting one. Spellbook of Judgment, also a nice surprise. But yeah, I think that they're going to be testing it out a little bit and see how things go with Judgment. I don't think that it's really going to be doing much. Then we've got a pointer of the Red Lotus. So a pointer is a card that was starting to become a little bit problematic, especially when you're facing Sprite. They siding a pointer, and they basically just get to look at your hand, see the advantage, see how they can play around all your stuff, as well as rip a card like Dark Ruler or one of your starters, so that you can't really play against what they've got. So I'm happy to see a pointer go to 1. It just makes those siding games less sacky. Then moving on to the unlimited, we've got Dynamite, which comes back to 3. That's fine. True Draco's not going to do anything, so it's nice for them to just get that copy back. We've got Cyber Angel Benten, very interesting one. Drytron just got a massive power boost. We got the Shooting Riser Dragon that went to 3 now, and that's because Hulk is banned, so we can't really abuse it anymore. Fusion Destiny, very nice that it's come back to 3. Verte is banned, so it's basically promoting, I would say, people to rather play the engine without Verte. So instead of playing, you know, on not finding it appealing that you're playing 2 Fusion Destiny and 2 bricks. Now, okay, cool, I can play the 3 Fusion Destiny and the 2 bricks. You know, it's a little bit of an incentive. I don't think it's that hectic. And yeah, hero players rejoice. Fusion Destiny is back at 3. Then we've got Nadir Servant back at 3 as well. I think this is also a very interesting one. And yeah, it's pretty decent. You know, you've got a couple of options and new options and everything that you can use to play Nadir Servant with. You know, the Garuda, get a draw 1, etc. And yeah, then moving on to Trickstar Light Stage, also just another boost, I would say, like a compensation for Ronin Totem getting banned for Sprite. You can play the Trickstar little engine, and now you got 3 Light Stage. So yeah, if you want to play the Trickstar engine in Sprite, then you at least got a little bit of a boost. Then Wall of Revealing Light, can't really say much about that. That's not going to do anything at all. So let's just quickly crack on to the marketplace, and we can have a look at some of the shifts and everything that has happened in this past day or two with regards to the ban list. So alright, so here we are, and we're looking straight up at Mystic Mine right now. So secret res, Mystic Mine has actually, you know, gone up quite a bit. It's become a very interesting one. I mean, you can just see that spike over there. Like, we can actually have a look here. Literally in a day, it has literally gone up $15. That is just insane. It has calmed down a little bit though, but that's just the market settling. Then that's for the secret rare. I think we've also got the gold rare as well as the super being the OG print. You should also be seeing quite a decent fluctuation over there. Yeah, bumped up by $4, $5 in the space of 2 days basically. And then we've also got gold rare, and it's really funny how Mystic Mine has not been touched. You know, it's been quite problematic, and everyone's complaining about it. All the memes and everything is just going around, and yeah, it makes sense. You know, everyone says that Konami dropped the ball on this one, but you know, I've always felt that even though we think Konami's doing things wrong, I think that they are so far ahead of, you know, knowing about what's coming out, what's going to happen, basically, you know, that they're keeping certain things in and taking certain things out to, you know, for the reason that they already know what's basically gonna happen. Maybe we need Mystic Mine, you know, for example. Right, Blackwing Steam the Cloak. We've got a super rare over here, which is just pumping in price. Like, literally, if we have a look here on the 25th, it was at 65 cents, 58 cents for the Unlim, and it bumped up straight up, like literally $4 for first aid, $2 for the Unlim. You know, that's a massive return. You know, getting there to the 2.2, 4.3. It's pretty insane. Blackwing Steam the Cloak, very interesting because Hulk is gone. So yeah, I think that's probably just all the Blackwing players that are just going crazy. I mean, we can even see the common over here from Dragons of Legend, you know, literally going from 12 cents all the way to 72, 79 cents. You know, it's really insane. Then we've got Cyberjar. We've only got 2 foil printings, one being the ultimate rare, and the next one being the Hobby League Ultra Parallel rare. So people are most likely going to be looking at using the ultimate rare if they're going to, but you know, it's been pretty high in price anyway because of GOAT format. And so yeah, just got a little bit of a bump in price there, $15-16 bump up with the Unlim, and then also like a $9 bump in the first ed, pushing it to like $92 for first ed now, which is pretty insane. The Hobby League, however, is usually a copy that will not be, you know, legal, but you can always ask your judge at a tournament. It hasn't been put there that it's illegal completely, so it's all up to the judge's discretion. But if we have a look here on the 25th, it was basically $14, and on the 26th pushed up to 21 and a half, up to about 24. You know, so it's also got a massive price increase, even though it is considered a copy that people are most likely not to be playing because of, you know, the whole thing of, oh no, you can feel when it's in your deck or whatever. But I think double sleeving has actually fixed that issue. But then again, always have a look at what your head judge says at tournaments. Mecha Fan Beast Lion, the Ultra from Battle of Legends Armageddon, we can see has also pumped up quite a bit in price. You know, it makes sense for these things to go up. I mean, it's sitting at around $2 now. It makes sense for it to go up because, you know, it was a really good card when it was being abused by Hulk, and now it's back off the list, so it's just people grabbing it now, etc. Right, so you can see that the Primal Region rare hasn't really done much. So yeah, people want that hollow foil. Then we've got Substitoad. So Substitoad only has 1 printing, so we can most likely expect a reprint of Substitoad in a side set, or either in OTS 20 actually, maybe as a super or maybe as a common. But yeah, Substitoad has bumped up quite a lot, and I think this can also be a very interesting addition to Sprite, in my opinion. I mean, we're looking at it bumped up from 17.5 to $34.6, you know, and now it's calmed down a little bit to a 33.5 basically. And yeah, that's pretty insane. Like, we can actually have a look here, and let's see if we can get a near mint version. What's the prices that we're looking at here? Near mint first ed, by the way. And let's see, Unlim for 15, near mint Unlim 22, 23. See, lowest first ed $25, $24 roughly. So yeah, really cool. I think it can be a very nice addition to Sprite. Then Fusion Destiny coming back to 3, we can see that over here the ultimate rare has gone up quite a bit as well. You can see on 24th was 42, and it has busted through the $60 mark. We can see on the latest sales basically that, you know, it's hitting at $66, $65 mark, and yeah, I've got a feeling that it's still just gonna keep going up. You know, luckily you also have the other two printings, the Super and the Ultra, but they're still not cheap. I mean, you're looking at about $20 each. Then we got Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer, DPE. So the OG print from Burst of Destiny is still looking at, you know, about $18 for sales, but as you can see, like, the prices have just dropped drastically, and this is most likely just due to the secret reprint, a prismatic secret rare from the Megatons this year. So yeah, here you can see Megatons prices have dropped. However, it is slowly starting to creep back up to the $5 mark. Cyber Angel Ben 10. This one was actually very interesting to me. The secret rare Ben 10 coming back to 3 now, and you can just see this price spike over here. Really insane. It was looking at $4.6, and then next thing you know, it's $18. That is just madness. I mean, we've actually got some sales over here. We've got $11, we've got a $6, we've got $21, $19, $19, $19 again, and then there's a 10 here, you know. So these guys, I don't know where these lower prices are, probably other language ones, or yeah, I don't know, Korean prints or something. But yeah, you're looking at about $20 for secret Ben 10s now. And the Ultras from the Lost Art promos have also seen a steady increase from $8 all the way through to about $17. Drytron Nova, we've only got the one printing basically, and this one has gone up quite a bit thanks to the Ben 10 coming off the list, and it's been having a steady incline. I think it's because Drytrons started to see a little bit more play as well. And yeah, now we're looking at about $30, $32 for Novas. You know, it's really interesting how one card off the list going back to 3 just pushes the prices of cards up so much. Then we've got Nadir's Servant. Oh, secret rares. Let's see. Massive increase. We're looking at $17, pushing all the way to $33 now for the secrets. You know, you gotta have that playset for consistency. And yeah, the ultras from last year's tins have also seen quite an interesting bump up to basically from about $5 to $10 now. Ecclesias, I don't really think they're doing much. Yeah, as you can see, they've been having a decline all the time, and yeah, they got a little bit of a creep up for the alties, but nothing much really. The secrets and the ultras haven't moved much either. Totally awesome. So Toad, Invasion, Vengeance. So here we can see a very interesting development here with us. So we're looking at about a month's worth of you know stats here in terms of the market on Toad, and we can see that the first ed is literally just dropping and dropping, you know, where the unlimb version is actually $20 more than the first ed. That is just something that you don't really see that much. It's very interesting, probably because people stopped buying it, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Toad is also now a little bit more difficult to make. I think the prices of Toad will calm down a little bit. You know, it's going up a little bit there on the Megaton secrets, but I think it'll calm down just a little bit. The reason I say that is because now it's a little bit more difficult to make it, right? Until people start realizing exactly how to compensate for the loss of Ronin Toadin, I think Toad will actually, you know, just calm down. Then Super Poly, another card that has not been touched. You know, we're looking at like $120 for the alties, you know, from OTS 14, and they are steadily going up. They got a little bit of a dip now again, but yeah, it's insane how amazing this card is right now. You know, there's people that are literally playing Super Polys in decks that don't Super Poly. You know, decks that don't run this card, that don't really run the fusions. Now they're starting to tech them in, you know, just so that we can actually compete against Sprite and Terra Elements. I mean, looking at the secret rare from Legendary Collection 2, you can see that the prices are steadily climbing up to about $25 mark, $19 mark for the unlims. And then having a look at like gold rares from Maximum Gold, you'll see that the prices are climbing quite a bit. Also a little bit steadily, but people are starting to play this card much more often. You know, it's starting to see play at various events with different strategies, just trying to use this card to compete. Another steady climb for the raw yellow mega pack of secret. And yeah, moving on to a couple of the archetypes, you know, you can see Trick Stars. We've got Light Stage that came back to 3. There's not really a massive increase in terms of Trick Stars, you know. And it's got a slight little bump over here and then boom, you know. So it's been creeping up a little bit thanks to Sprite, and then yeah, all of a sudden it's back to 3 and it's sitting at $9 from like $5. You won't really see much else of that, and yeah, Trick Stars are not going to really do anything. Spellbook of Judgment. So we've got the Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy over here, which, funny enough, this card's only been reprinted once, which is in the Megatons as well, way back. I mean, you're looking at like close to $50 for first aids. Latest sales sitting at $33, etc. Very cool, very cool. But then again, you know, it's just that one copy. I think we'll see a massive price spike once the card actually comes back to like 2 or 3 or something, if Konami decides to do that. But yeah, you can see that the biggest increase is here with the Megaton 2014, you know, price spike over there from about $8 all the way to $15-16. So yeah, it's really interesting. You've also got you know, Spellbook of Power, Fate, Master, but none of these are really going up. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was only like Blue Boy, but like not even like Ulti Blue Boy. Yeah, so like just normal Blue Boy was going up a little bit, you know, ultra rare from Battle of Legends, and then I think it was also the Spellbook of Secrets that went up quite a bit. Yeah, there we go. So it's just got a bit of a bump over there, you know, taking you to like the $2 mark. But I was looking at the alties and they weren't really moving. Like they were just keeping steady for all of these things that allow you to, you know, search for judgment, which is really interesting. Then Sprite getting a bit of a knock. Sprite blues have been coming down for quite a while. You know, we're looking at about $55. You know, but as you can see, the dip in prices over here, you know, over the past, excuse me, over the past month, you know, it's been dropping quite a bit. You know, Sprite Elf is still sitting there at like the $20 mark. Starter has dropped, and the rest are literally just penny stonks. So yeah, that's really interesting. Tearlaments getting that boost, basically by not really being touched by the ban list. Yeah, looking at Rhino Hearts, they're sitting at about $22 a piece at the moment. Slowly creeping up. I think it was Kid Colossus as well that was bumping up quite a bit. You know, these are all sorted by best selling, so you can see like whatever's first on the list, that is what's going up. So Kid Colossus is slowly creeping up over here, just increased by about $1 basically. Nothing hectic, but yeah, we can definitely say that Tearlaments are the best deck of the format. Punks losing Hulk and Chaos Ruler, you know, Foxy Tunes are just busy going down at the moment. You know, the Deer Notes are still around the $5 mark. It's nothing really hectic. Like if you want to play Punk, you know, pick them up now. They're actually still pretty decent. You don't need Hulk and you don't need the Chaos Ruler in order to play this deck, which is really nice. And lastly, True Dracos. Literally, I had a look at all of this, and nothing is pushing up. So Dynamite did nothing for the stuff. And yeah, that is about it. I think there's one more that I could actually have a look at, which is really interesting, and I think it's because of the Dark World structure deck that is coming out. You know, you're looking at commons of Neko Main King. You know, this card has been going up quite a bit and took a little bit of a dip, but is still around the $7 mark just for a common. You know, that's moderately played. Near mint, yeah, $7.50, $8. You know, for a common. You know, if it's discarded or sent to your grave by an opponent's card effect during the opponent's turn, then it just becomes the end phase of the turn. And because you're playing Dark Worlds, you can literally just trigger this. So this would definitely be a card to look out for as well. But anyway, that is it. That is my thoughts on the ban list, a little bit of a market watch vibes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will definitely be back with you guys again soon with regards to a little bit of talk about how Comic-Con went. And yeah, they still got to do that 300 sub giveaway. I've been giving you guys a little bit of a extra time to comment, so I want to see how many people we can give the chance to win one of those little hero hampers, file, deck box, as well as the playmats. So yeah, remember 3 of you can win. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for your time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.